Guys, today Ashurana is with you. Yes guys, first of all you will tell me you are safe at your home now. In these days you must stay at your home to be safe. Okay, with this we will start the fifth unit, that is the organizing. In the fourth unit we have done the planning. Yes, what does planning say? In planning we set our objectives, and after deciding the objectives, now it is the responsibility of the managers to design the organizational structure, and we call this function is the organizing. And in organizing, what includes? It includes the process of determining what activities are to be conducted, how the activities are to be grouped, and how the responsibility and authority are to be delegated, and who reports to whom. In designing the organizational structure, I have told you this function is known as the organizing. So in organizing we will decide the manpower of our organization. Clear? How much manpower is needed in our organization, and according to the manpower, activities are to be conducted and activities are to be grouped, and their responsibility and authority are to be delegated. How the authority and responsibility are to be delegated, and which person will report to whom. कौन person किसे report करेगा. That is the organizing, and the term organizing literally means to arrange systematically or in order. Means every work of every person will be arranged systematically or in order. There is no any hustle and bustle in the working of the organization. Clear? Next is the now proper meaning, means the concept of organizing है क्या? Organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities of entire process and establishing authority and responsibility relationship among them, as we have done in the meaning. This is the concept of organizing. Now the features of organizing. First one is the division of work. Yes, division of work is the essence of the organizing. Clear? This is the essence of organizing, means there is no any organization where there is no division of work. With the division of work, every person gets specialization in their work. After specialization, when each and every person will get specialization in the work, then there will be minimum span of time to accomplish a particular unit. Clear? Then this is the division of work. This is the feature, also the feature of the organizing. Next is the coordination. Yes, there must be coordination in the different activities of the different person. As I have told you, there is division of work in the organization. Then there are different activities to be performed by the different persons, and each and every person should know that there is the value of his work for the another person. Clear? If there is coordination between the persons, then the work will go on smoothly. अगर एक पर्सन ये समझेगा कि उसके काम की वैल्यू जो है दूसरे पर्सन को है, या उसके काम की जरूरत दूसरे पर्सन को है, then he will do his work very systematically. Means when that work will be shifted to the another person, and there will be no any problem for the another person that to whom the work is going. So there must be coordination among the persons, among the workers, among the employees in the organization. Next is the plurality of persons. Yes. What is the organization? Organization is the combination of various persons. There is no any single person who run the organization. So there is a plurality of persons. Means organization को चलाने के लिए काफी सारे लोगों की जरूरत पड़ती है. There is no any single person. There is no any even single organization that is run by a single person. Clear? Next is the common objectives. Yes, organization is run to achieve the common objectives that is set up in the planning. Clear? Common objective is very much clear to all the persons, and according there is the division of work, there is coordination. Clear? Then common objectives means each and every person will work, will do their efforts to accomplish the common objective, means to accomplish the objectives of the organization. Clear? Next is the organization is a machine of management. Yes, organization is a machine of management. As we know that there is, when the machine is working and there is no any part of the machine which is in non-working. As in same in the organization, when the organization is working and there is no any person who can sit idle, that person is given a particular work and he is expected to do that work in a systematic order, with the efficiently, with effectively. So organization is a machine of management, means as a machine, organization is expected to do his work very clearly, very smoothly, as a machine do. Clear? So these are the features of organizing: division of work, coordination, plurality of person, common objectives, and organization is a machine of management. The next we will do, that is the importance of organizing. Yes, what is the importance of organizing for an organization? For a business organization, means what is the organizing? Means what is the organizing? Yes, I have told you once again. Organizing means we will group the persons which needed to our organization. Yes, first what is the importance of organizing? The first importance is benefit of specialization. Yes, what is the benefit of specialization? Yes, what is benefit of specialization? As I have told you in the features, there is division of work. When we will divide our work, then every person will do a particular work, and when he is doing a particular work, he will get his specialization in that work. Clear? Specialization हम कब अचीव करते हैं? जब किसी वर्क को हम कंटिन्यूसली एक ही बार करते रहेंगे, then there will be a minimum span of time. तब हमें उस काम को करने में टाइम भी कम लगता है, then we will get the benefit of specialization. Next is clarity in the working relationship. When there is very much clear to all the persons to whom they are responsible, means there is clear who is superior and who is subordinate, who is responsible to whom every person, each person is responsible, then there is the clarity in the working atmosphere. Clear? Next is the optimum utilization of resources. Yes, if the working relationship is clear to all the person, then no person, no worker will misuse the resources of the organization. Then with his full capacity, he will use his potential to achieve the objectives of the organization. And optimum utilization of resources means not only the raw material will be optimum utilized, the capacity of the workers will also be utilized very properly. Next is the adaptation of change. Yes, what is the adaptation of change? Organizing process makes the organization capable of adapting to any change, connecting with the post of the employees. This becomes possible only because of the fact that there is very much clear to the scalar chain, as we have done in the principal scalar chain. As we have done in the principles of management scalar chain. Yes. Then what is scalar chain में क्या था? Every manager, ठीक है, every person is very much know who is the top and who is the bottom. Means top to bottom का relationship जो है clear होता है उसमें. अगर एक पर्सन दूसरे पर्सन को या एक डिपार्टमेंट दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट को कोई मैसेज कन्वे करना चाहता है, देन वो अपने अब जो उसके ऊपर होता है एम्प्लॉय होता है उसको मैसेज करता है, देन उसके ऊपर देन ए तक जाता है, ए से इधर से एल एम एन ओ पी के ऊपर वहां तक चला जाता है. ठीक है, दिस इज द स्केलर चेन. देन authority for the scalar chain of authority for the managers right from the top to the lower level. Clear? whenever a managerial post falls vacant, then it is immediately by the workers, because every worker is very much know the working of his boss, because he is working under his boss from मतलब very long period, कुछ काफी लंबे समय से काम कर रहा है, then he is very much know about the working of his boss, and after some time when there is a vacant post of that boss, then he must, वो उस टाइम तक इतना कैपेबल बन चुका होता है, then he can work at his place. So there is the adaptation of change. Next is the effective administration. Yes, what is the effective administration? Yes, it is very much observed that there is always a condition of doubt about the authority of managers among themselves. Clear? The process of organizing क्या कहता है? The process of organizing defines and the grouping of activities of entire process. Organizing के process ही यही है. सबसे पहले सारी की सारी जितनी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उसकी एक्टिविटीज को डिफाइन कर दिया जाता है, उसके बाद अथॉरिटी और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिलेशनशिप को भी डिफाइन कर दिया जाता है, एस्टैब्लिश कर दी जाती है. तो देयर इज इफेक्टिव एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. एवरी वर्कर वेरी मच क्लियरली नो टू whom he is responsible. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ पर्सनल. हाउ द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ पर्सनल इज पॉसिबल? अंडर द प्रोसेस ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, delegation of authority is practiced. Yes, when delegation of authority is practiced, when there is a vacant post in the organization, then till that person will be capable of doing that work. Clear? Delegation of authority में development of personnel कैसे होगा? जब उन्हें delegation of authority दिया जाएगा, then in a particular situation, how they will react, how will they will take the decision. So they must take some innovative ideas. क्लियर? तो किस सिचुएशन में कैसे काम करना है, और कि अगर कोई ऐसी क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन अराइज हो जाती है, देन हाउ दे विल टैकल दैट सिचुएशन. क्लियर? तो इसलिए देयर इज द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ पर्सनल आल्सो. नेक्स्ट इज द एक्सपेंशन एंड ग्रोथ. यस, हाउ द एक्सपेंशन एंड ग्रोथ? The process of organizing allows the employees the freedom to take decision with the help to grow them, as we have done in the development of personnel. Development of personnel में क्या होता है? Delegation of authority होती है. Then according to the delegation of authority, they have the right to take the decision in each and every situation. Clear? In each and every situation, then expansion and growth of the organization is possible when every person, every employee is every employee have the authority to take the decision. Clear? Then the expansion and growth of the organization is possible when the employees are capable of doing the decision. ठीक है? Then the growth and expansion of the organization is possible because they will use their innovative ideas. अगर उनके पास अथॉरिटी होगी डिसीजन लेने की, तो वो हर सिचुएशन को हैंडल करने की कोशिश करेंगे, इनोवेटिव आइडियाज यूज करेंगे. देन एक्सपेंशन एंड ग्रोथ विल बी अल्टीमेटली किसकी होगी? विल बी अल्टीमेटली ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. क्लियर? दीज वर द पॉइंट्स ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, benefit of specialization, clarity of in the working relationship, optimum utilization of resources, adaptation of change, effective administration, development of personnel, and expansion and growth. Next is the concepts of organizing. Organizing के concepts जो है two ways से use किए जाते हैं. First is the organizing as a process and organizing as a structure of a relationship. Yes, organizing as a process. How we will define it? As in the meaning, organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities of entire process and establishing authority and responsibility relationship among them. We can define organizing as a process. As a process means सबसे पहले हम क्या डिफाइन करते हैं? एक्टिविटीज को. एक्टिविटीज के डिफाइन करने के बाद उन्हें ग्रुप किया जाता है. ग्रुप करने के बाद उनकी अथॉरिटी और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो है वो फिक्स की जाती है, डेलीगेट की जाती है, एंड आफ्टर दैट इट इज डिसाइडेड which person will be report to whom. कौन सा पर्सन किसे रिपोर्ट करेगा. After that, organizing is a structure of relationship. Yes, how we will define organizing as a structure of relationship? According to this concept, organizing is treated as a structure of relationship. Under this, various posts are created or established. Organizing में various posts आर established, काफी सारे पोस्ट established किए जाते हैं, accordingly those posts will be filled. Clear? So when there is according to the structure of the relationship, organizing can be divided into two parts: the formal organization and informal organization. In formal organization there is superior and subordinate relationship, and in informal organization there is that organization is established only with the cordial relations between the employer and the employees. You can say the employees. Clear? This is the organizing as a structure of relationship. Next is the steps. Before steps, I think you should pause the video and write down all these points of features and importance. Yes, I hope you have noted down all these points of importance and features. Clear? And the next that we will do, that is the steps in the process of organizing. How the organizing in the organization is done. Let's step by step कैसे की जाती है. Yes, first one is the identification and division of work. First of all, the work is identified in the organization. Okay, which work is to be done. And when the work is identified, then the division of work is done to the different person, to the different departments according to their capability, according to their efficiency, according to their skills. And why division of work is done? So that there is no wastage of raw material, there is no wastage, there is no duplication, there is no overlapping, and there is no we can say the duplication of the activities. एंड डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क हम किस टाइप से करेंगे, जैसे कि एक बैंक में इन अ बैंक देयर इज द वर्क इज डिवाइडेड अमंग द डिफरेंट एम्प्लॉइज अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर एफिशिएंसी एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर क्वालिफिकेशन एंड स्किल्स. क्लियर? डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क ऐसा नहीं है कि सभी पर्सन्स को किसी को कुछ वर्क दे दिया, किसी को कुछ वर्क दे दिया. हमने ये भी नहीं चेक किया कि वो कोई पर्सन पर्टिकुलर वर्क को करने में कैपेबल है या नहीं है. नो, according to the skills, according to the efficiency, according to the capability, the work is given to the work will be given to the employees. Next is the departmentalization. Yes, what is the departmentalization? The activities of the same nature are grouped under one department and assigned to a particular department. Clear? Activities of the same nature are grouped together. Activities, once again एक बार अच्छे से ध्यान से सुन लो कि डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन क्या है. The activities of the same nature are grouped together and assigned to a particular department. This is the departmentalization. Clear? और जो grouping है, grouping may be done on the basis of functions, products, customers and geographical location. जो ग्रुपिंग होगी ना एक्टिविटीज की, वो किस बेस पे की जाएगी? अकॉर्डिंग टू द फंक्शंस, प्रोडक्ट, कस्टमर्स एंड ज्योग्राफिकल लोकेशन. लाइक सेल एंड एडवर्टाइजिंग डिपार्टमेंट, जो एडवर्टाइजिंग ये फंक्शंस हैं किसके अंडर रखे जाएंगे? हमारे मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट में. जैसे सेल्स एंड एडवर्टाइजिंग है, इज डन अंडर, किसके अंडर रखे जाते हैं? मार्केटिंग. मार्केटिंग में आती है ना सेल, मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट. ये काम किसके हो जाएंगे? सेल और एडवर्टाइजिंग मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट का. तो इस तरह से जो अब सेल और एडवर्टाइजिंग सेम ग्रुप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज होगी, किससे रिलेटेड है? मार्केटिंग से रिलेटेड है. क्लियर? दिस इज द डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन. एक बार इसका मीनिंग बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान से अभी भी सुन लो. द एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द सेम nature are grouped together and assigned to a particular department. The activities of the same nature are grouped together and assigned to a particular department. This is a departmentalization. Clear हो गया? उसके बाद assignment of duty. First हमने work identify किया according to the work of division हो गया. Second departmentalization कर दिया. Third is the assignment of duties. Clear? अब assignment of duties क्या है? There are various departments in the organization and each department is responsible to fulfill their work that is given to each and every person. Then there is a assignment of duties. When every person is given the work, then he has the right टू डूइंग दैट वर्क, मींस उसके पास उस वर्क को करने की अथॉरिटी भी होनी चाहिए. देन असाइनमेंट ऑफ ड्यूटीज, द ड्यूटीज हम पर्टिकुलर आफ्टर ग्रुपिंग द वेरियस activities into different departments. After grouping various activities into the different departments, it is necessary to allocate work to the different employees. Means duties should be assigned on the basis of knowledge. जो हमने इनको duties assign करनी है on the basis of knowledge, on the basis of experience, on the basis of skills, capacity, capability, and all are the basis of assignment of duties. क्लियर. मैंने जैसे डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क में बताया था ना कि डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क अगर हमने देना है अकॉर्डिंग टू द कैपेबिलिटी, स्किल के अकॉर्डिंग डिवाइड करना है वर्क. नेक्स्ट, अब असाइनमेंट ऑफ ड्यूटीज, हम कोई भी काम अगर किसी को असाइन करेंगे देंगे तो किसके बेस पे कि उनका उस काम को करने में इंटरेस्ट है, वो कैपेबल हैं, उनको उसमें काम को प्रॉपरली कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते, उनके पोटेंशियल चेक करके तभी हमने उन्हें ड्यूटीज जो है वो असाइन करनी है. The next step is establishing reporting relationship. Yes. अभी देखिए आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया वर्क, डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क हो गया, डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन भी हो गया, देन असाइनमेंट ऑफ ड्यूटीज हो गई है. द लास्ट स्टेप इज एस्टैब्लिशिंग द रिपोर्टिंग रिलेशनशिप. यस. अब which person will report to whom means there is very much clear, must be very much clear the superior subordinate relationship. Superior subordinate relationship अगर clear होगा then every person is clear to whom he will responsible. If there are two persons who are doing the particular work under one department, अब अगर दो person same department में work कर रहे हैं then and they are doing work for the common goals, then it must be clear to define the relationship between them. मीन्स उनमें सुपीरियर सबॉर्डिनेट का रिलेशनशिप जो है ना क्लियर हो जाना चाहिए. अगर वो सेम वर्क को लेके, सेम ऑब्जेक्टिव को लेके, कॉमन गोल को लेके जो है काम कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इट मे बी लेड डाउन दैट एम्प्लॉइज इन्वॉल्व्ड इन प्रोडक्शन, परचेज एंड स्टोर्स will take orders from and the accountable to the production manager. Clear? Means there must be, एक तरह से देखा जाए establishing reporting relationship, superior subordinate का relation clear होना चाहिए कि to report, who reports to whom, यहाँ पे ये चीज आती है, who reports to whom, कौन पर्सन किसको रिपोर्ट करेगा, that must be very much clear. तो this is the last step in the process of organizing. Now एक छोटा सा टॉपिक और है, वो भी हम इसी में ही कवर करते हैं, that is the span of management. Yes, what does this say? Span of management. Span of management says that, what is the span of management? Span of management says that how much employees are to be controlled या must be under the one superior, कि एक superior अपने अंडर कितने employees को supervise कर सकता है. Span of management ये है. How much workers या how much employees must be supervised by the superior. Clear? There is inverse relationship between the span of management and levels of the organization. ठीक है, levels of the management, इनमें inverse relationship है. As the span of management, अगर span of management हमारा decrease हो जाता है, then there is increase in the levels of the organization. Clear? अगर span of management हमारा decrease हो जाएगा, span of means अगर number of employees, अगर एक supervisor के अंदर number of employees कम होते जाएंगे, तो obviously levels जो है वो increase होते जाएंगे. Clear? Then there is the inverse relationship between the span of management and levels of the management. Clear all? Yes, this is the span of management. What is the span of management? Once again, yes, span of management may be defined as the number of subordinates that can be effectively controlled or managed by a superior. Clear? This is the span of management. Okay, now this was the topic of organizing. Till here we will do today. Next topic we will discuss in the next video. Till then, stay home, stay safely. Okay, bye. Yes, students, don't forget to subscribe my channel so that you can get easily all my videos from me. Okay, bye.